Okay, great. So you made it back. So as promised, we're going to get to do some magic squares today, and I think you're really going to enjoy it. So in one Chinese myth, there was a man named Fuji, who's also the god of creativity. And he discovers a pattern of numbers with magical properties. And as it goes, it appears to him as a design of lines and dots on a shell of the celestial tortoise. You remember that tortoise. And this pattern is called Lo Zhu. It's a type of mathematical puzzle that's called this magical square. And the magical square, what it is it can get quite complicated, but the one that I'm going to show you today is a square that has 3 lines across and 3 down, so it's 9 squares. And when you make the pattern, when you plug in the numbers, it adds up to the same number going all different directions, diagonally and vertically and horizontally. So that's the magic of it. And so let's get started, and I'm going to show you how it works. So let me share the screen with you, and I think you'll find this really fun. So if you have a piece, all you need is a piece of paper and a pencil. I'm going to use lined paper because I think it's a little easier to do, but you don't need lined paper. If you have just plain paper, that will work too. So if you have it handy, you can go get it while I'm sharing the screen. And if not, you can just pause it and then go get it and come back. Okay, so let's get started on our magic squares. So I'm going to use the guide of this to do my magic squares. And I'm going to just draw along the side here, and I'm going to go down 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm just going to go across. I don't need a lot of space. I'm just going to go across as far as I think I need to go to make a nice square. Go down, make a box. And then I kind of like to put dots here about the same space across. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then down at the bottom, kind of for guidelines for me to draw straight lines. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect, but that just kind of helps me to know where I'm going. Then I draw on these because they're already there. That's kind of handy. So that's my first box. Then we're going to do that all over again. I think it'll be a little easier to see if I put this white paper underneath it. Yeah, that's easier. So then I'm going to make another box just like that. And I'm going to do it over here. Oh, it's easier to draw over here too with paper under it. So they don't have to match exactly. Let's go ahead and you can pause this anywhere along the way. You can draw these lines in first if you want to. There's really no right or wrong way to do this, however you want. Just don't stress about it. It doesn't have to look perfect. Okay, there we go. See, my line's a little curved down there. That's okay. Don't worry about it. Okay, this is going to be what we call our magic square because it's going to give us the pattern that we're going to follow. It's the code square, if you will, and that's the magic. So I want you to put these letters in. It's our code. So this is going to be filled with letters, not numbers. So we're going to use capital letters. H, A, F. Next row is C, E, G, and then D, for the last row, D, I, B. That's because we have 9 squares, and so he used the first 9 letters of the alphabet. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. the first 9 letters of the alphabet. Okay, so that's going to leave these 9 spaces for us to put numbers in. So what I did for this first time around is I just assigned for our code for the first time around, I just assigned a code like this. I'm going to show you that you can make this code anything you want to in our magic squares. But for the first time around, I just decided that I would make A1 and B2 and 3C and so on, okay? So since A is 1, I'm going to put 1 in the box where A is over here. So A is 1, so I'm going to find where A would be over here, and then I'm going to replace A for the number 1. And then where is B over here? Oh, there it is. And so I'm going to have that be 2. And then C is here. And so I decided I would have C be 3. And D is 4. There's D. And E is 5. There's 5. And F is 6, way up here. G is 7. There we go. H is 8, way up here in the corner. And I is 9, and that's our last opening there. Now I want you to notice something else about the pattern that we created, and that is each one of these goes up in one number, doesn't it? So it increases by 1, doesn't it? That's the way that pattern goes. Okay. So now let's see if we find a pattern that we've created with our magic squares, okay? According to the magic squares, the beauty of this is that everything, remember I told you, should add up to be the same no matter which way you add it, either up and down or diagonally or across. So let's see if that happens, okay? So let's see, this is 4 plus 3 is 7 plus 8, what is that? 15. Okay, so up and down this way, that's 15, okay? Let's see what this is. 6 plus 5 is what? 11. And 11 plus 4 is 15. So I'm going to put that in the corner here. Okay. Let's see what this is going across here in this middle one. 7 plus 5 is 12 plus 3. 12 plus 3 is 15. Hey, how about that? Okay, let's see if we go here, up and down here. 9 plus 5 is 14, good. And 1 is 15. All right, so this one is 15. Okay, let's go this way. 6 plus 7 is what was that? I couldn't quite hear it. 13, right? And 2, 15. Good job. Okay, and it looks like we have this one going across here. Okay, which way do you want to go? You can go either way across. Well, I can't hear you, so I'll just have to guess. 6 plus 1 is 7, and 7 plus 8 is, how about that? Another 15. Okay, and we've got one more, it looks like, going down this way. Okay, let's go. 5 plus 2 is 7. And look at that. There's another 7 plus 8. So we've got 15. How about that? Just like magic, isn't it? How about that? So there's our magic square. Awesome. Okay, now what you can do is you can play around with this and we can draw. I'll show you one more time. We can have fun with one more magic square together. And then what you can do is you can play around with it however you want. You can make it as complicated or as simple as you want to be. And I'm going to you can share with me what you did, maybe your pattern. But you can use multiplying with this. You can use adding more numbers. You can double things. It's really, really fun once you get started. Okay, let's see if we can start with, how about if we start with a 2 and do 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I wonder if that will work. Okay, we're going to use this same magic square box and we're going to go down 1, 2, 3. Let's make it a little wider this time. And over here, you can do it with me if you want, or you can pause. Okay. And if you want, if you don't want to do the math in your head, you could always get a calculator and do it. But I think this is really good mental math. You know, you can practice your math facts when you're doing this. Oh, my lines aren't quite straight this time, but I'm kind of trying to do it without turning the paper. I usually would turn the paper. Okay, so let's just go across here. H would be 9. What's the next one? A, 2, F, 7. See what I'm doing here? Okay, you might want to get some parents to help you with this. C, we decided this time was 4. E is 6. Or you could get a brother and sister to do this. It's kind of a fun family game. Let's see. I can't talk and do this at the same time. I could mess up. Okay. C, let me make sure I did this right. C was 4. E was 6. G, 8. Okay. D said this time was 5. I, 10. And B, 3. Okay. Let's give it a try and see if it works this time. Okay, let's go across here. 9 plus 2. What's 9 plus 2? 11. And 11 plus 7 is 18. Okay, let's see now if they're all going to be 18, okay? 7 plus 8 is 15. Plus 3, hey, 18. Okay, so let's see. 6 plus 3 is 9. And 9 plus 9 is 18. Okay. Hey, we can do another one kind of like that. 5 plus 4 is 9. And 9 plus 9 is 18. All right. Let's go up this way. 10 plus 6 is 16. Plus 2 is 18. Well, it's looking good, isn't it? Okay, let's see. How about going this way? 4 plus 6 is 10. And 10 plus 8 is 18. Okay, did we get them all? Oh, this way. Okay. 5 plus 6 is 11. And 11 plus 7, 18. Hey, good job. You did it. All right. So I think we made it all. Yep, we got all the corners. I think, yep, we did it all. Hey, it worked that way too. Good job. So you did 2 magic squares. So you can send me a different pattern. If you did a different pattern, go ahead and just take a picture of it, send it in. Let me know how you liked it, and go ahead, and I will also share a link with the directions on it if you want to, if you get a little confused and need the directions sent to you. I'm not sure that the directions are quite as easy as what I showed you, but I'll go ahead and send them just in case you want the directions. If you know, kind of go away from here and say, I'm not sure I really remember how to do it, I'll go ahead and send some printed directions to you too. Okay, well, I hope you have fun with that. And if you do some and you want to send a snapshot, that would be fun to see. Have a good week, and I will see you next week. Okay, bye.